Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Hey Posh fam, welcome back to my channel, Poshcateyes Unfiltered. As usual, thank you to my newest subbies. Thank you for joining the Posh family. We welcome you. Go through our playlist and catch up on all you've missed. For my ride or die existing Posh fam, thank you for staying on and keeping the touch for my newest subby to also join in. And again, do not forget to like, comment, and share this channel with your friends and family. We need to grow this channel, guys. We definitely need to grow this channel. Now let's get on with the commentary that was Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yeah, I think we are now on episode 4, if I'm not mistaken, and still on the Las Vegas trip. As you can recall, Crystal celebrated her 40th. It was hosted by Garcelle and Sutton all the way in Las Vegas, and they had quite a show. They had a magic mic, they had a gondola ride, a few dinner dates. It was fun for those ladies. Guess I would also add that Sutton was a party pooper at the Magic Mike events, and that is where we kick off with episode 4. There's a few talking points. I'm just going to highlight on those. We could see the ladies after having a grand old time at Magic Mike and then having the particular conversation with Garcelle, not trusting the ladies, with sharing her deepest family secrets, given what happened last season where her youngest son was pretty much shamed. And so this particular episode saw a few pockets of conversations. I would tag it as there was a lot of deep and meaningful conversation that happened in this episode. The first one was Erica and Crystal going out for lunch, and Crystal trying to dig in deep and delve into Erica's situation from the past, and Erica, letting her know that she sort of overcome the hurdle. She is sort of behind it all. There is now the financial burden that she is bearing, but she is sort of better, and counseling is helping her, and we can actually see the Erica from the last 3 seasons is a different Erica now, and kudos to her growth, I would say. This particular deep and meaningful moved on to Dorit and Kyle. We know there's now cracks in Kyle's relationship. Behind the scenes, Dorit's husband and Mauricio did have a deep and meaningful back in Beverly Hills as the women were away in Las Vegas. Anyway, I think Kyle wanted to follow on from what happened during the sit down with the boys. Dorit didn't really give much away, but then Dorit then went on to, pry into Kyle's affair, wanting to know where she's at. Obviously, starting on the conversation with saying that her relationship is also going through the most at the moment, and they are walking through it. And I think, like we can see, Kyle is experiencing high-level midlife crisis. Apparently, she feels she is no longer where Mauricio is at. Mauricio is a marketer and very social because his business needs him to be that, and she's no longer in that vibe or in that headspace. She wants to be home, she wants to go walking, she wants to have private time at home, watch TV, and Mauricio is not about that. And now it is creating a big divide in their household. She was in tears. She didn't really give us a lot, but we can see that there is something burning on the surface, and they are just trying to embellish it as best as they can. Is it working? We're going to find out as we progress in this particular season. The next deep and meaningful happened to be with Garcelle and Sutton. They decided to have a gondola ride. I didn't in the Las Vegas hotels, man, you could literally have a pond inside a hotel. It's amazing. So they had this gondola ride like you have in Paris, if I'm not mistaken. And here they also highlighted the fact that Garcelle had seen her son earlier. And then we can then unpack what exactly happened, because we all know Garcelle's son was in a relationship. Apparently, he was separated, and while they were separated, he went on to pash another female on national TV, and I think the backlash resulting from that wasn't favorable for Garcelle's son. Well, Garcelle supports her son 100%, and I don't know, like I said, I can't really get involved. I really don't know the optics of, I don't know what's happening behind the scene, but I do want to say that when you enable a man to be a certain way, there's always consequences, all right? Yeah, there is. So we're going to leave it at that. Garcelle went for that. They were trying to have a conversation about what happened the night before at the Magic Mike, but the gondola pilot was just singing the entire time. It ended up being a haphazard sit down, deep and meaningful conversation with, there wasn't really much that we got out of it, but it ended there. This particular deep and meaningful then progressed to the group meeting together for lunch, and I think they had a card game that was played. This card game threw more insight as to where Erica is at this moment, and this is where she also shared her insecurity, and her insecurity is now behind the fact that she doesn't know when the next paycheck is coming. Like, she was used to the lifestyle of not having to worry about a bill, but now that everything has changed, she's now having to start all over again. There's that anxiety about money, and if she could do it all over again, you know, and not have to worry about money, or do it differently and still have to worry about money, she'll go for that route. I think the other women echo the same sentiment as I would. You know, when you don't have a deposit somewhere waiting for you as reserve for emergency, it is hard because you're constantly worried about where the next paycheck is going to come from. You want to remain healthy and be in good health. You know, what's going to happen when you get older and you start getting sick. You know, there's all of these things that we worry. Us poor folks. Now, Erica is having to come to terms with all of that. There were a few questions that were asked that, I think there's one about cheating. If your partner cheats once, would that be a deal breaker? I don't think they answer that question honestly. Again, is monogamy something that is destined for everyone? I think they also give an honest answer because it falls again with my school of thought. Monogamy is not a construct for this present day society. We are lying to ourselves if monogamy can be practiced, especially with the opposite sex. It is hard to say, but I'm not going to delve into that in this particular commentary. Well, the night ended with the girls having a dinner date. It was really fun again. A few conversations happened, and it was time for the girls to exit Las Vegas and head on back home. And now this is where the final kick or the final talking point happened, and that was they got to the elevator and the elevator chimed on their level, and the Magic Mike boys were on the elevator, and Erica jumped in and wanted Sutton to apologize to the guy because she apparently called the show rubbish or whatever, and Sutton didn't like the fact that Erica put her on blast. She was like, I didn't call the show rubbish, I just did not like some certain aspect of the show. She did end up apologizing, but that then progressed to the girls getting in on the bus. It made for an uncomfortable ride to the airport because Erica and Sutton were at it, and Sutton was just literally irate. She was hysterical. And again, that's one thing with Sutton. Sutton doesn't know how to control her emotions. She literally goes from 0 to 1,000, and you're literally like, woman, are you okay? What's going on? It's not that deep. The plane ride, I would have thought, would probably be a little awkward. They got to Los Angeles and you can see the women going about their business, but then the final scene was where Sutton and Kyle had to have a sit down, and Kyle was kind of holding her accountable for her behavior. Sutton invited Kyle over, but again, this particular conversation went skewed. It went skewed and wasn't really resolved. Kyle was trying to hold her accountable. She really wasn't having it, was trying to be defensive about it all. But I guess that's the thing with Sutton. Sutton overreacts and doesn't know how to control herself. And I think this is where she needs to learn a little bit more and control herself. It is what it is, but what can I say? Until episode 5, we're going to unpack more of this sit down between Kyle and Sutton. And that's it, folks. Take care, remain safe, and be focused. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.